Hi guys, what's up? I am Brittany from Brittany and Kelly. Some of you already know me as Brits2541 from League of Legends, or some of you recognize me as Beauty by Brittany, and I do a lot of unboxing and beauty subscriptions. But this month we're going to talk about something a little different, and I'm going on a trip to South Korea with my girls. Yay! And I'm going to give you guys a lot of advice and tips on how to manage your trip while we're on this channel. And I'm going to give like a month by month breakdown. We're also going to tell you how to pack, what to do ahead, and then we're just going to go month by month and get it all done. So what do you do when your vacation is 4 months out? Okay, so the first thing you do when you are doing a vacation is decide where you're going to go. My girls and I... Oh, I'm sorry, I have the hiccups. My girls and I had a nice talk about where we want to go, and all the girls were talking, and then we decided to go to South Korea. That's great. Fantastic. So now that you know where you want to go, you pick a date that coincides with everyone, and then you think about plane tickets. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, I could book 6 months in advance and get the same prices like a week before. Yeah, but you don't really want to risk that, okay? So my first tip would be look at when you should book. For international ones to Asia, it's usually 90 days to 120 days. So for those of you who don't know, that's 3 to 4 months. And sometimes Cyber Monday will have deals, not exactly what you're looking for. Just keep in mind that when you're traveling overseas, it's gonna be rather expensive. It's not like hopping on a plane and going to Denver. So, you know, make sure you book out. We booked in the 120-day range because it was a lot cheaper, and I'm glad we did, because as the time comes closer, the price is actually raising and it's not going down. And I Googled a lot. So the next advice I can give you is look at multiple sites. You always want to look at multiple sites. Now me, I don't want to book through a third party. I've heard so many horrible things about them, but it doesn't mean you're going to have the same experience. So if you feel comfortable booking on Expedia, Travelocity, any of those sites, make sure you do it. However, make sure if your flight is code sharing with another airline that you check on both of theirs. We booked our flight through Asiana, but it's code-sharing with United. And the same flight on both costs dramatically different. Thousands of dollars here, 800 something here. So here, instead of here, we paid significantly less. And if you do, then make sure you know. Next tip, check your flight. We originally booked through a different airline who all of a sudden said, we're not going to be doing this route in May. You know, so make sure if that happens, don't get vouchers and don't receive a different flight. Get your money back. My aunt, who travels extensively, gave me a lot of advice on this, which brings me to my next rule. Get advice. If you have someone in your family that is traveling, get advice from them. I consistently call my aunt and ask for advice because she travels all the time and she knows what she's doing. So the next tip, fly out of friendly airports. So what does friendly airports mean? It doesn't really mean what you're thinking. It means an airport you're familiar with, friendly and familiar with. So for me, I pick airports where family is. That way, in case something goes wrong, I can call them up. And just remember, if you're going to Asia or any parts of those worlds, you're probably going to be transferring through San Francisco or Los Angeles. So make sure that you are aware of the airport you're going to. And if not, research. Do a lot of research. I've been through Denver International plenty of times. I feel like I can find my way around, but just like airports are different in a place, instead of terminal 1, 2, 3, it's A, B, and C. So you kind of have to just realize, and we're connecting in San Fran, and I don't know my way around San Francisco airport. I'm going to have to do some research. So you're going to definitely have to do some research. Also, this far out would be a great time to get your passport. Now, my passport is right here. It would be good to get yours out. Luckily for me, it only took 3 weeks, 4 by the time it took me to go in there and get it all processed and everything. So about a month. But, you know, that was because I went in a slow time. If you're trying to get it beforehand, you're going to be in trouble. So I told all my girls to get it all done, and we all got ours done plenty of time. Which brings me to what this is in here. This is a tile. And it is a safe way to keep your items. And I've got 2 or 3 packages of it. So that's one thing for you to think about when you're traveling, is how to keep your items safe. Like I said, I have this tile, and then I have about 7 others, and we can put them on our items, our luggage, and stuff like that. Also, this far out, there's only one other thing you need to be concerned about, and that's learn the culture, learn the language. Me, I got this book, Soul, and I got it off of Amazon, but you know, one thing you also need to make sure you do is learn about your culture, sightsee, stuff like this. If you want to book a hotel, go ahead and book it right now. But if you're going to places that have capsule hotels or guest houses, I recommend doing those because they are a lot cheaper. And when you're doing, make sure you also get a hotel that people talking English. I mean, I get you're going to another country, and I'll get to that in a second, but you know, it's good that you at least have someone familiar with the language. That way you're not saying they're going, you know. Which brings me to my next thing, besides learning culture, learn about what you're going to eat. You know, I bought these couple of books, and they're going to help me out throughout my trip, and I think it's great, and I will keep them in my bag because, and even when I go out, I'm going to keep them with me. Which brings me to another thing. Learn another language. I have my iPod right here, and I'm also going to learn it on the plane, but I have been learning my language for a little. I choose the Memrise app because it helps me learn Korean, and I can learn any other language. If I was, say, connecting in China or in Japan, I could learn how to say hello, hi, how are we doing, where's my terminal, you know, do I need to check my baggage all the way through, etc. Like that. And little things just like that are stuff you need to do beforehand when you're 4 months out. So I'll do another video in like a month talking about, you know, how you should be prepared and how you should know and stuff like that. But until then, have a good time, guys, and I will see you on the next vlog.